Sean came in hot with the KCP minutes. Talking about.
Oh, damn.
He's getting minutes, though. He's getting minutes.
He scored 8 straight the other night, last night.
That's cute.
No?
KCP
That's still not good enough?
KCP can get the fuck out of here. KFC.
KCP turned the game around for them. Back-to-back threes.
Down. There was a 2 before that.
Down 13 and then just turned it all the way. What was it, 75 to 40 run?
It was 30
some crazy.
There's some big numbers.
He only on the team because he on Clutch Sports. Let's keep it real.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
I mean, but he's showing out. He's showing up.
Hey, look, if he keep playing like that, he's going to look like a star.
They should have traded him and kept Josh Hart.
I would have been okay with that.
I mean, would that have been possible? Would they have taken that? We'll never know.
We'll see how long he lasts after LeBron retires.
By the time this episode comes out, Lakers will be 3-0.
Probably. I'm gonna give the Heat 1.
You're gonna give game 3?
I'll give them. Yeah, I'll give them 3.
Game 3. Okay.
Yeah. I'll give them game 2. I think they'll make adjustments. I think LA made adjustments after that first quarter because Miami came out hot.
They made some adjustments.
Miami came out hot, but
they changed the team.
Yeah. LA was like, all right, we know what we need to do. Okay. They figured out that zone defense real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm not gonna give myself too much credit, but as soon as I turned the TV on, they were down 13, and then like at the worst point, and then it was just like,
yeah, they took off.
It's a whole different Miami team from the bubble.
Yeah. I think Miami will make. The adjustments that they needed to make. I think they'll get
and be competitive at least.
Yeah. I think they might.
Out,
I think he is.
Yeah, I think he's out.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's a game changer.
Yeah, he tore his plantar fascia.
No, I didn't know it was that bad.
That sucks. I saw.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. It's a sweep. I did not know that, bro. I did not know that.
No, fourth scoring option. They still get one. Kyle Kuzma still talking shit.
We'll
probably
give him a gentleman's
to Tyler
sweep.
Hero.
We'll give him a gentleman's sweep then.
You ever pulled up? Never mind. I won't even bring in this topic. Let's not talk about that topic. Anyway, welcome back. MikiDz podcast episode 66.
Yeah, 66.
I was really committed to hoping that was the right number.
Yeah.
And
you got it,
buddy. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry for the sports talk,
Yeah.
As LA natives.
Next, look, just hit fast forward if you don't want to hear sports talk.
No, fuck that. That's all we got right now is sports. Just be thankful. Shit.
No,
basketball, football, and baseball all at the same time. We ain't never had none of that.
As all LA natives, what I mean? We're going to celebrate the LA, kingdom going on right now because, I don't know, we could take a NBA championship real soon.
You can take a World Series.
Like a World Series is around the corner.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't wearing no Super Bowl, though.
Probably not Super Bowl.
And if you dare to bring up the Stanley Cup, who the fuck even knew the Stanley Cup was going on until I got an ESPN alert that somebody won?
Who won?
I think it was the Lightning.
Oh, Tampa Bay?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They were dope in NHL 99 or whatever the Sega Genesis game was.
It's 93, was it?
Yo.
It was 90. Yeah, that was
hockey games.
Penguins
back in the Sega Genesis day. Oh,
never mind. We're getting back. We're getting back on off topic.
On off topic.
Is there even a topic? Really?
Oh man.
Speaking of topics.
Yeah.
And hot topics.
Yeah. Not the store.
Not the store. No, save your dark makeup for some other day.
Yeah.
Shots fired.
Well, where are we first? Talking about your Twitch?
Yeah, we can go over the Twitch right quick. So I had my first Twitch experience.
Debut. Drop
and,
your drop.
And okay.
Dainjazone. Wait, now was this on your Twitch channel?
Well, this is where the conversation
begins.
This is the company. So I work with StreamSafe. They have this huge warehouse where they actually rent equipment out.
Yeah.
And they said, look, we got all this equipment. They set up their 4K wall. They have like 4 or 5 camera angles set up.
You guys ever watched the Patriot Act? It looks
is
like
that it? Is that what it is? Mm-hmm. Oh, the Patriot Act. Yeah, with Hassan Minaj. Yeah. Yeah.
Disrespect. The man gets a season cut off. You already forgot him. Huh?
No, because I thought wasn't there a movie called Patriot?
That's called The Patriot.
Yeah, that's where I got confused. All right. But anyways, I used to watch Patriot. Anyways, so yeah, different camera angles. It was really over the top for Twitch, but it was still kind of cool because you had the multiple camera angles and the 4K screen and they want to eventually rent the space out to DJs and entertainers. and they brought me in and another guy, Danny, DJ Spin, shout out to him, to just drop some sets. And they wanted to record, or they wanted to do the set live, but we had it backwards. They thought I was going to be recording live from my end, but instead it was flipped around. I was hosting their live feed. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
They were live. I was hosting their live feed. And I've never, obviously, have never done this before. They've never done it. So they looked it up to say, okay, we figured it out. I was like, okay, cool. I ran with it. So they log in on their side, no OBS, just straight into
they don't
Twitch.
need OBS.
Right, with all the shit they had, right? And then I, do /host space stream save TV. And so it was working. It was live, except none of you could see the stream, the live icon on the left side. If you looked on the left while I was live, you couldn't see.
Yeah.
Sam said, my girlfriend said, I saw it in the offline category, which is above the live channels. And some people didn't even see that. They had to search me.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew something was wrong. I didn't see the chat pop up until 15 minutes. And then I think there was some cross wiring or something, but I only saw their chat. So Mickey was probably in there making smart ass comments. Sam was in there.
I wasn't making any smart.
Sam was in there, and I didn't see anything. I didn't see anybody in the chat. I saw K West, shout out to him, and Dex from Milwaukee, shout out to him. But I'm assuming maybe they logged into StreamSafe.
Okay.
So outside of that technical difficulty, it was fun to put a set together. Played a lot of new stuff, and it was maybe like an hour, 10, 20 minutes.
A lot of Dainjazone remixes.
I think I played like 4 or 5. Yeah. But yeah, it was just fun to put a set together and have something to look forward to again.
Dope.
And then I'll make a regular habit. I don't know. I just haven't figured it out yet, but I'll go a couple times a week at least.
On your own?
On my own, yeah. Yeah, I think we're going to go back and do the stream safe situation, but do it right. Have me go live, have them log into my account,
your account,
my channel.
Yeah.
And then have them host from their side. But yeah, fun experience.
Dope.
I get it. I was on the outside looking in for the last 7 months and giving my thoughts on it. But now that I've got my hands wet and dirty, yeah, it's fun. It's dope. It's just fun to just put something together. And
I didn't catch it live. I went back and watched the video. I thought the production was dope and anything. The only thing I didn't like is that you were using controller. Yeah. I think with that production, I think a full setup would have been perfect.
I would have to bring my own.
Yeah, regardless if it was CDJs or turntables, I think a full setup would have been.
Yeah.
I've heard that a lot, like from people where they're just like, and I'm not saying that as a shot to you, but just in general, I've heard that they're like,
well, Vice said something about that
maybe
too.
it's DJs, was it him? Yeah. But they're just like, yo, like turntables just look better.
Yeah, well, he said Eric Deluxe was like, yo, get rid of that thing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Because if you're at home and you're putting the production, it's one thing if you're using your controller and you're out. So for example, like Dynamics does his thing at night where he does it from his living room.
Dynamics is nasty though.
Yeah, but he does it.
He could be on that little ass controller.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'd be
he
like,
does
I'll
it
still
from
be
his
the word.
He does it from his living room on his coffee table. So that's understandable. Like he does like a little controller and it's like, he's talking to people or whatever. That's dope. But if you got a whole production, if you're in your studio, you got a green screen, you're at a warehouse with the production. Come on, man, roll out the whole setup. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe next time we'll do that. I mean, with all the equipment in there, I was like, you guys don't have turntables? But and I know they have them.
Nah, it wasn't in the budget.
But maybe I'll have to bring my own next time.
1985.
But I tried telling them, like, I understand what you want to do. You want to get DJs out in here, and where you're located. I don't want to say where they're located, but where they're located, it's not that bad. Obviously, it's in the LA area, but it's not, you live in San Diego. If you wanted to do this, get this one off and just have something cool and different.
Yeah.
It might be worth the drive to come out and do this and drive back. Orange County is obviously not that far. But I told them you can't charge an arm and a leg for this. DJs are extremely comfortable in their bedroom, putting their sets together and getting their sets up.
Broke right now.
And DJs don't have that kind of money, like whatever. Because if some other situation was offered to me, hey, you can do 3 hours in a room space about the size of this room, with the whole DJ backdrop and the LED screen, and it looks like a DJ stage, but $1,500 for 3 hours. I'm like, who in the fuck is paying $1,500?
Is that their rate?
Yeah, maybe they changed it, but when it was offered to me 3 months ago, I'm like, no. And so I told my guys, you can't do that. And they know who that is and whatnot. But I said, you got to go significantly lower. Now now you got to figure out if this works for your overhead. Because if you can have multiple cameramen, it's got to be worth it.
Do you think that's beneficial to DJs to go that route? To like pay someone for
I think it'll be cool if they just did like they put together a dope set and they just had this huge production thing. Because think about if you can have this on the resume, not on the resume, but in your EPK for a corporate situation or something a little bit more structured than a club, or just something that you can envision this, it could work in your favor.
Yeah,
I wouldn't run.
Yeah,
because DJs are very comfortable again where they are. So I told them you just got to make it affordable.
Especially when you could do more stuff on a budget with a green screen and everything at your crib. You know what I'm saying? And you can do that every day pretty much, as opposed to being like, let me see if I got the funds to head over there. So I mean, it's tough, but it's a great idea. The equipment, I get how they're trying to put their equipment to use, and it's a great idea and whatnot. But
I'm trying not to be Stephen A. Smith about this price point, because for one shot and one green screen, that
wasn't Joe's.
For that.
No, I'm not saying that's what you paid.
That wasn't Joe's.
I understand.
$1,500.
Yeah. That wasn't his guy's.
That's not my guy.
That's not his guy's price.
That was a whole different situation that was introduced like 3 months ago. And
I got you. Okay.
So $1,500 for 3 hours is like, no, that.
Do you know what they want to charge?
They're still figuring it out.
Gotcha.
I told them they can't even. I don't even suggest 1,000.
Yeah,
and probably significantly lower than that. But again, I understand you have mouths to feed, and you're just trying to keep money in your guys' pockets.
Just have a camera guy run to each camera.
And I said you can just like you. They don't need this whole thing. Like if the cameras can be just set up with no one manning them, and just have someone in the room
just changing the graphics,
changing the graphics, changing the camera angles.
Yeah,
I'm sure that there's a way for them to make it automatic, automated, and just be like, all right, just boom, and it's gonna like on a timer where like every 2 minutes it'll switch camera rolls or whatever.
Yeah.
But it looked really good. Just
absolutely.
For the sake of like just a couple of serious feedback, it looked really good. Definitely, I can understand that as if like kind of get your feet wet. There's gonna be things that you may not have had time to prepare, like utilizing the resources to its full capacity, right? Like didn't get to see your logo once, like didn't different things like that. And I know you have visuals, like different things like that. I'm sure if going into it prepared, those are things that can be implemented or used, right? Like when you have a screen like that, I would assume that you'd want to get creative with.
I think he forgot because during sound check.
No, when I watched the playback, because like I said, I saw the logo, because that's the first thing I thought when I watched the first couple of minutes. I assumed off rip your logo was going to be on there, and I was like, damn, they ain't put this fool's logo on there. But then later on, I saw the logo.
Yeah,
maybe I didn't make it through. I was on a drive, but I did catch most of it. But yeah, I mean, it just feels like from beginning to end, it can be like, orchestrated. And I think that's where it would be worth the money if you had to pay north of 500, 750, 1,000. Like then you want to utilize the resources to its full capacity.
Absolutely.
And also he mentioned that DJ crews, like one or two DJ crews, were interested in coming in just doing a takeover, which could be a cool thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
For everybody. But the first time I checked that room out, and then we'll move on. But the first time I checked that space out, they were shooting a Nissan commercial with the 4K wall, like the camera angle that shoots through the passenger seat.
Oh yeah,
and it gets the city or the the mountains on this as you're driving by. So it's like it looks legit. The whole setup looks legit, and obviously you two saw, so But hopefully I'll do it again, and I'll be able to save it this time and post it, and we'll do it right.
Yeah.
Go live from my end.
Yeah, it's a dope setup. The only thing that I would say is just get rid of the controller, man. Like if you're gonna put if you're gonna do the whole production thing,
I dig that.
Yeah, even if it's CDJs, I wouldn't even mind seeing CDJs up there.
Yeah,
getting down on some CDJs and.
You don't think you SRT that 1,000?
What was that? I don't remember what that was, but I think that's what it was.
Oh yeah, SRT looks like CDJs.
Yeah,
you just want them to be separated by an inch.
No, it doesn't even have to be separated. I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean?
The same 4 channels.
What about like a mic situation?
Yeah, I had
a mic.
Did you? Oh,
I had a mic to the side.
I didn't talk sometimes.
I really, and that was the bummer part about it after the fact. I wanted to connect with people. I wanted to connect with Sam. I wanted to connect with
That's smart, man.
just whoever was in there, because that's all about Twitch, right?
Yes, that's what it is. Yeah,
it's just connecting people, keeping them around, keeping them entertained, and I was really bummed out. But again, we didn't even do it right, so I was like, cool, we'll do it right next time, and it'll be even
trial
better.
One.
Yeah,
just like today.
Trial one.
New space.
In case you haven't noticed, we're in a new space. We're still hiding in Burbank somewhere.
Yep.
But we got
evicted.
We're testing some things out.
we got placed in a different space.
I'm like, hey, y'all motherfuckers gotta go now.
Shit's opening up.
So bear with us as we figure out our final setup. But here we are.
Yeah.
Another exciting part of your week.
Damn, Joe, you had a nice little week going
Look,
on.
man, I'm here, and apparently I'm not for the community
at all.
So what I'm about to talk about is, and it's kind of funny that with this guy, he didn't like that we used the last 2 episodes. We've talked about a DJ posting a mix that wasn't it, and we gave him feedback. And again, to remind people, it wasn't so much the mix, it was the fire emojis that were under the mix. Cool. So we posted a clip of it to, just promote whatever, what we were talking about. And this guy says he didn't like the fact that we were talking about this guy. Negatively. So I went back and rewatched the clip. I'm like, oh, maybe I missed something. Because obviously it wasn't our intention
Very mature of you, by the way.
Yeah. It wasn't our intention to be negative or bring anybody down, especially if we think you're a newer guy. Look, man, there's going to be moments where we're going to poke fun at things, but we're not here to like shit on anybody. And trust me, it comes right back to us. People poke fun at us and we live with it.
We're on a podcast, people.
It's open season over here.
So just to get to it, and you can find this on DJcity. Look for the big red post if you scroll down. The first one, not the second one. This guy said, I don't agree that you're helping the community at all. Sounds pretty mean to me to be picking on someone like this. I would expect more from DJcity. First and foremost, DJcity combs through everything that goes out. So believe that people are listening to this before we post, and believe they have said, no, bleep that out, take this down. So DJcity has been doing this for 10 plus years, and they have a reputation. They're not going to throw it away because of some pod. No disrespect to us.
And the topics and discussions that I have here on the MikiDz podcast do not reflect the opinions and decisions of DJcity
or B-Source.
Thank you.
B-Source.
LLC.
Another thing I want to highlight, and what we do here is we help, right? We see situations, we talk about it, and because we don't want it to happen again. We know the next wave of DJs is here, and of course there's a wave after that. And there's some sort of disconnection between OGs and new DJs. There's a disconnection between what should be done on your way to the big headlining spot. And we are here to fill the gap, fill the void, and just break things down. So when we see something like this post of this guy posting a mix that didn't go well, we want to convey that there is a better way of doing this. And if it's not right, don't post it, or else it's just going to be a bad look. Nobody serious is going to take you serious if you think this is the way to go. And we said this on the pod. No club's going to book you if this is what your blends sound like. So again, we highlighted, and also what we were talking about in that clip was we reached out to the guy, and Rell broke down the DM, and the guy was very, very appreciative of our feedback. And he even said, I understand some guys just leave fire emojis, but I appreciate you guys giving me feedback. And so he was thankful, but this guy didn't. It's not to dip into my very amateur psychological bag. I feel like he saw something and it just triggered. Mm-hmm. And maybe there's like some bullying going on in the past, and I don't mean to offend like anybody. Like,
no, man,
it's not.
We don't even know if he watched the whole episode. He kind of just watched that clip.
And that's the thing. Like, the only thing worse than just watching a clip and giving your opinion is reading a headline and giving your opinion. So, and there was another guy that mentioned something about the clip, and he said, you're giving you're giving criticism to other DJs
Let me
mixes.
see yours.
Let me see yours.
Yeah,
And it's like, all right, well, you know, shit, I ain't hard to find. Like, search me. I said, check
Click
our
on my name.
Mixcloud. I said, check our Mixcloud. And, you know, and then we got it, and we didn't get into it, but we had an exchange. And I said, you just need to listen to the pod. You need to listen to the episode, or at least that part of the episode, because you can't just rely on what you see. There's more to it. Shoot, we cut up the clips. This isn't 1, 2 minute and 20 second smooth
Yes, I do.
talk. Sean cuts up the clips.
Yeah.
And so it's like, it's geared that way to grab your attention. And so because it has your attention, if you care to make a comment on anything, you should dive in.
Yeah,
And-
like I need to justify my decision on Finito because I felt like I was cut up a little bit in a manner where it didn't make sense.
Oh, really?
I'm just saying.
That's Joe's fault.
That's my fault.
I know. And I'm thinking to myself, like, you know what?
Mike, we only got two
Finito,
minutes
you
and 20 seconds.
No,
You didn't pick
relax.
Finito, you
Relax
picked
on
March
that.
Madness.
Relax on that. Because in the IGTV clip, you have more than 2 minutes and 20 seconds. If it was for Twitter, that's explainable. But I don't think we hit 2 and 20 on that one. And so I was like I heard myself just skip past. I'm like, now I look like a fool. Anyway,
Noted.
might be.
But you know,
And for those who didn't get it, I said Finito because I didn't want to get killed because Chief Keef is.
you said March Madness.
Huh? Oh yeah, March. Oh yeah, I didn't want to get rid of.
You didn't
Finito.
want to
Sorry.
get rid of
You didn't want to get rid of
I
Finito.
didn't want to
Yeah,
get rid. That's justifying why I didn't want to get rid of Finito.
Yeah. And but to give him to his defense, I've seen other guys say this about it. You know what I mean? They respond to a clip and they were like, "Well, that's what we're doing. We're responding to the clip. We understand that we have to watch the whole show, but we're giving our opinion on the clip."
And that's cool because then I can jump in and say, well, this is what's going on. And then it's up to you whether you want to believe me or not, or whether you want to go back and check the episode or not. And I get that.
Yeah.
I'm aware of that. But again, like with this dude, if I don't, like, I'm not going to say his name, but he is in LA. If I have nothing against the dude, like clearly. And at the end of it all, I'm like, you know, our perception is just different.
Yeah.
I'm saying the sky is blue. You're saying the sky is green. And you see what you want to see. I see what I want to see.
But let's get to the core of this problem, though. Like his whole thing is that it was negative, and that we were negative.
We weren't negative.
And which we're not. We're giving constructive criticism. Now, if you can't handle constructive criticism,
Right.
that's on you. You're from a different breed. We're cut from a different cloth. You could take that energy to a softer podcast. At the end of the day, like we all grew up in an era where we literally wrote each other fucking feedback after house parties. And it wasn't even pretty at the time, but we all grew from an understanding that at the end of the day, we all want each other to get better. And if I don't want you to get better, that's when I don't say something to you. That's when I don't care about you. In basketball or any sport, right? Usually you hear it from coaches. Typically, the people when coaches speak to you less, they don't see the potential in you the most.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to push you. So if you can't get pushed, then you're not for this.
Two more things. I saw someone say on Twitter that DJs, one of the main reasons why DJs aren't as good today is because when the DJs before them were coming up, they were hanging out with each other. They were practicing in each other's bedrooms. They were hanging out as crews. And that made me think of the Spin Addicts, where all three of us came up.
A photo of us three in my room.
Yeah, and just playing music, and you're the pressure's on you because you don't want to look like a chump in front of your guys, and then of course the pressure's on you when you're at a house party, and 9 of the 40 people there are DJs there to support you, so the pressure's always on, and you don't get that kind of practice if you're not around a crew, if you're not coming up with a group of people.
Yeah.
And I think that might be. So if you're a newer DJ, and I know there's a lot of newer DJs that have signed up for Beat Source and DJcity, get with a handful of guys and just let them critique you. And it doesn't mean they're right, but get used to hearing criticism and try to see it their way and hear it their way. And again, when shit opens up, go out and see other DJs. And then one last thing, the guy said in another post, like someone pointed out to me, I didn't go looking for it, but he showed me one of his posts that said, the guys that don't compete are the ones that have the most to say, or ones that have never experienced it, think they know what they're talking about. And I'm just like, all right, a few things. Skip Bayless Stephen A. Smith. Who else that never played, never tossed the ball on a professional level?
Bill Simmons.
Max Kellerman. Bill, okay. And those, and you respect their opinions, right? Now let me say it like this though.
I'm being honest.
Even if one of us did compete and we sucked and just battling wasn't in our thing, or Red Bull wasn't in our whatever, wasn't in our in the stars, written in the stars, we still can break it down and have constructive criticism. Like some of the best players that ever play weren't the best coaches.
Yeah.
Like you think, oh, this guy's got 5 rings, or he's won a World Series or 2 World Series, or he was an all-star. Those guys don't make the best coaches. The guys that make the best coaches were the ones that had to struggle their ass off to get to where they are, because they know what it's like to go through the mud to be great or get something close to being great. So yeah, little off, but I think points there.
Yeah, I mean, dude was entitled to his opinion.
That's fine.
I would have chalked it up as that. I commend you for responding to this fool, because I'd have been like, I'm not wasting my fucking time. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion, and that's what it is. We knew what our intentions were approaching that situation, and would have left it at that. But you know, Joe's
DJs,
like, fuck that.
we're here for you. I had to make a point to represent the pod that we're here for you, and there's a number of people in that post that agreed with us. And I mean, I don't know. God makes everybody different. I don't know what's that.
I mean,
chalk it up to that.
Yeah,
we're not gonna always be right either. So
for sure,
there's tons of terrible rich DJs. So,
and keep in mind, sometimes we're comedy style. Sometimes they're jokes.
Style.
But on to lighter news.
A lot of jokes. On to lighter news. The malls are open. I was at the Cheesecake Factory earlier. People walking in and out of the malls. Like, what is going on? In Topanga. That's been open.
No, I know that's open, but the mall was open. People were walking in and out of the mall.
Really?
The stores, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
They didn't call me.
Yeah.
Shit.
Or maybe there's just like 2 stores open. I don't know.
Yeah, that's probably.
But so
the Target's probably open over there or something like that, right?
Yeah. So LA seeing brighter days. I guess
25%.
25%.
This still ain't shit.
Did you try to go in the mall?
No, I didn't. We just ate and got out.
Yo, man, just open this shit up. I'm over
so no word on when your store's gonna open in the mall?
You haven't gotten the call yet.
I haven't gotten the call.
You think like there's like tiers on how they're gonna open the mall? Like
I would assume so. I mean, even if they called me today, I'd be like, okay, like I'm gonna need a week. Like,
yeah,
like you can't just call up. Well, you can just call up kids and just be like ready to go. But in our, the way we've stretched our resources, I have to go rehire people off unemployment. I would have to prepare inventory that we've moved out of there back in there. Yeah. So there's a process to it. So I would assume that once they get things kind of rolling, they would give me a shout, and then we'll get back in there. Yeah, God willing.
Yeah, man. Well,
trying to make some bread.
Yeah, I hope we get to open up to a more fuller capacity, even around 60-70%. At least by the end of the year.
And hopefully they get this new stimulus package approved.
That shit ain't coming.
$2.2 trillion is proposed, and there's another round of PPP and another round of EDD money making its way. So we'll see if that gets through. But
yeah, who's not getting a stimulus package?
Me.
Besides you?
Oh.
Nicole Young, Dr. Dre's ex-wife.
Talk to him.
Man.
Talk to him.
Dre Day.
No, maybe she is getting a stimulus package. She gonna qualify now.
She ain't getting one from Dre.
She qualifies now.
Yeah, this is I'm going to read a couple.
She's going to be certifying her benefits next week.
Jeez.
A judge has rejected Dr. Dre's estranged wife, Nicole Young's request for $1.5 million to pay for various expenses, such as security. The judge also dismissed her request to expedite Dre paying out $5 million for her lawyer fees. Young's lawyers
paid that judge.
We're in court on Thursday. The judge is like, he made the chronic. Done.
Denied.
Have you ever given us the chronic? Anything like the chronic? No? All right. Young's lawyers were in court on Thursday urging the judge to accept her $1.5 million claim for security since she's getting death threats, TMZ reports. And one last thing, part of the reason why the judge rejected her request is because she let her security team go, which Dre was already paying for. She alleged that Dre has been controlling and wanting to bring on her own security. Saying Dre warned her that he would fire her security if they didn't do what he said. Yeah, a win for Dre. Big win for him. And
congratulations, Dre. We're happy for you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Hey, man, you know, she tried to get the trademarks of Dr. Dre and the Chronic as well because he filed for them after they got married.
Wow.
You wasn't with me shooting in the gym.
Nah.
Man.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's wild, bro.
You know, but it's like we always put it on the individual, but it's the lawyers, man. And I get it. The individual complies, like, yeah, go get it. I don't care. Just it's always the lawyers.
This is a win for a lot of those divorced men out there that have gotten hit hard in these settlements and whatnot. So yeah, good for Dre, man. I'm happy for him. I'm sure she's still gonna be well off. You know what I mean?
She's gonna be all right.
She's gonna be fine. And
we say she's gonna have to move to Sherman Oaks.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I'm sorry, you can't live in Malibu. You have to live in Sherman Oaks.
It's so hot out there.
Jesus,
the valley,
the fucking valley,
with the rest of Brokies in the valley, like Hillary.
Jeez. Moving on.
All right, moving on.
Well, let it be a lesson to all of you. Okay, prenups.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Let's not get into that again.
Comedy.
Let's not get into that again.
Sam, I love you. I know you don't listen.
Are you insinuating that she's gonna ask for a prenup? Is that what you're saying? Never mind.
Oh.
Well, you know, I'm like an old man with my money.
We know.
All right, let me flex
the loafer ain't the only penny for Joe.
Let me flex for Joe one time because there was a moment when we were going to Vegas and he would give us money to come kick it. So
give who money? Escort. Give who money? You don't remember that?
I said I paid for like your meals or something.
Nah, you was giving us. I mean, I'm not gonna say no numbers, but you was giving us a little.
The numbers
bread.
out there. I don't care.
It was like $250. I swear.
I never got no money from Joe to go to Vegas.
Joe was giving a stimulus package.
I swear. He gave you money.
No, it was like you, Alex.
He gave us like maybe it wasn't $250, but it was like $200.
Like you.
No, it was $200.
It was like $200.
Yeah, because like I got it. I was like, you know, I understand. Like,
you want the fam to come through.
I want you guys to come out. I know you guys like, you know, you were tight
no.
with
Again,
the budget and all
I'm not
that.
taking away. Joe definitely has like paid for dinners and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm not taking that away from him when we go to Vegas when we kick it. There was one time when he lent us his car to drive to Vegas.
Yeah, I recall that.
Like, yeah, I'm not taking about that. But I do not
Sean
recall.
just didn't tell you.
I do not recall Joe
Sean was
ever
like, cool, I got
handing me cash money in my hands and being like,
Probably
you know
gave it to Sean.
what? I appreciate y'all coming out. I appreciate y'all coming out to Vegas, whatever. What, nigga?
I may have done that a couple times, but one for sure.
Yeah.
One for sure.
I must have been fucked
those
up
are
that
good.
weekend.
Those are LMFAO days were good, man.
Yeah.
Everybody was eating.
Good times.
Yeah.
Sean was
Listen, man.
fine.
Sean's a
That
legend.
episode's coming, man. That episode's coming one day.
Sean's a legend.
The return of investment is coming one day for all of us.
I told you when Sean makes that money, he ain't gonna keep but 10% of it because he gotta pay everybody else out. Oh, thank you.
Now I'm gonna shoot you some bail. When we all went to San Diego's, I think it was me, you, Alex, and Sprite, and Kevin Brown, and you paid for our meal, and I took a picture of the receipt to attach it to you because that was big. That was a big moment because
you gotta grow up sometimes.
Looking out for you. All right, moving on. Mickey, what you got a special meme?
I don't know if I want to say this or not. But summer 2012.
Okay. When Sean was living with you, but he wasn't living with you?
Well, him and Adam.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, man.
Adam was that dude on the couch.
Man, bro. I'm just going to say, my expenses that year were really expensive. There wasn't a meal I didn't pay for. There was,
oh, wow.
It was, but hey.
That's when you had that infusion money.
Oh, man.
Maybe it's been long enough now to talk about that.
Yeah.
Can you imagine getting paid? What was it?
500.
No, it was
2,000.
2,500 a month.
Yeah.
To book your friends.
Damn.
Yeah.
And literally show up once a week. Maybe it was 2,500, maybe it was $3,000. I don't know, whatever. And then you could book yourself.
Yeah, right.
And get DJ pay. Exactly.
For the highest rate.
How much did you pay yourself? Come on, it's been a while.
I think at that time it was like $750 you were paying this here, right?
Nah, Mickey was paying himself $1,000.
It was $1,000.
He was paying me $750.
Yeah. He was like, listen, I can give you $750. I was like, $750? You book Sprite. I know you ain't paying that nigga $750. But
well,
I can't
we were phasing him out.
Yeah,
you guys $750 at that time?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you could have been doing worth more, but, you know.
I mean, I was torn.
We got to leave enough budget for me. I got to do my job.
Mickey was eating our food.
I got to go. I was paying your girl, too.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Damn.
Paying the household.
The girl I was dating at the time, he was paying her ass, too.
Yep.
Right.
They all work there.
Mickey was giving everybody a job. You get a job.
Hey, when did you ever pay for a drop of alcohol in that room?
Yeah, that's true.
$60 for a Ciroc bottle.
Yeah, we were like, he was like, listen,
You said,
just pay tax and tip. I was like, run it. Remember DJ?
We were on bottle poppers that summer.
Oh, man.
Oh my God. All right.
Anyway,
Oh, good
R.I.P.
days,
Nice,
Good time. That was a good year.
nice trip down memory lane.
All right, so we got our guy Will, aka DJ Stress, in the building to break down the latest JetPack. Should I call it Orbit Concepts release, or can we just call it JetPack?
Yeah, you know, Orbit Concepts. I initially was the company. JetPack is the line of bags.
Yeah.
So I know it's a little confusing, but most people honestly know us as a JetPack bag. Yeah. So hey, we're not picky.
Yeah, and so you guys just had a new bag drop called the Snap. It dropped on September 29th.
That's correct.
And so walk us through how everything's been going since, because this will be live Monday.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, so far it's been a couple of days. It's been fantastic. Thanks to you, by the way, for playing a big part in that. Yeah. You know, we had Dainja part of the marketing campaign and did a stand-up job, man. Couldn't ask for a better dude. But it's been good. It's been really good. Basically I feel like we built a little bit of hype and we kind of, you know, made an impression, you know, which was really good at this time because, you know, we are in kind of, you know, uncharted waters, you know, with the pandemic and the idea of how to market and how to come out with a bag when a lot of DJs aren't working, you know, was definitely we put a lot of consideration to how to do it. But I think we did a good job. We tried to make a mark. We contacted, you know, people like you. We tried to contact the right players all around the country and basically just kind of have an organic grassroots approach to get everybody familiar. And I think we did that. So far it's been great. It's we couldn't ask for a better release.
Yeah. So walk us through the Snap bag. If you want to show us some of the specs or get into any of it.
Yeah, absolutely. So basically, this is our Snap bag. It's a brand new. I don't know if I'm showing it right, but
Dainja can hold it. He's the Vanna White.
Which camera?
Yeah.
Shoot,
There's multiple
he
cameras.
knows how to do that
There
really
you
well. It's our sleekest, most ultra compact profile. So the idea of this is this. Yo,
That's why Joe got hired as the model.
no, he was doing that all day to a T. Very, very good job, man. But yeah, it's an ultra compact profile. You know, we're pivoting and trying to move at the same time that the game of DJing is moving. We're not lagging behind. We're trying to be at the forefront. You know, ultra compact. We went with a more fashionable look. We have a nice, sleek, modern finish with like this kind of a matte front. And what the idea is, functionality wise, it's still a full function DJ bag, more dedicated for the digital age, meaning that it's for like kind of the non-DVS, so the CDJ DJs, the controllers sort of DJs. Sure. To be honest, you know, JetPack is a company that was born out of DJs. I'm a DJ, you know, my partner's a DJ. Our other partner is not a DJ, but very familiar with the culture. You know, one of the guys that's always been around. Yeah. And so a lot of who we are goes into these products. And we are like we were vinyl guys. And we moved on to DVS. And so that definitely is why that's so heavily in our bag. So this is kind of like a first departure for us to kind of move on to other stuff. But we are going with, you know, the way things are going. And that's not to say that we don't have things for them. But no one, you know, we're trying to create our own lane and try to do things that no other companies are thinking about. And on top of that, we just want to make a fly bag, like a real slick looking bag. And so far, based on what we're seeing, everybody's digging it.
Yeah.
I love the bag. I mean, definitely from the first bags you guys put out and seeing the evolution and of course adapting to the times and everything else is going on.
Right.
And then of course how you guys are kind of connecting this to future releases.
Yes. So I mean, did you want me to get into that a little bit about the whole thing?
Whatever you're willing to show.
Whatever you're willing to divulge here.
Yeah. Okay.
This is your time.
Yeah. Well, I definitely want to break it down. The snap, and I'm going to bring this here. It's actually what we want to say. It's part one of a 3-part evolution of, redefining how you will forever carry your gear.
I get it. Orbit, Star Wars. I see.
Nice. Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah. We're fighting
Sequel,
against the evil
prequel.
empire.
It's all
We're
coming together.
we take a lot of pride of being the good guys in this industry.
If you got the original, it circles back to the original.
Right.
Always.
So here comes 3 more parts.
But here we go. This is our bag, our number one. As a standalone product, it is that standalone product, a non-DVS bag, sleek bag you take with you, you could use every day. The next evolution of that is going to be this one right here, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go for it.
And I'm not going to get into full details, but I just want to give it a little heads up. This is our roller bag. This is our roller bag that's going to be able to carry your mixers, gear. It's a great travel bag. It's actually extendable, so it can carry even a medium-sized controller, like up to, like I want to say, like a DDJ 400 or 800. What makes it all work out is this adaptability. I don't know if this is going to be good, but like I said, I don't want to get into the full features. But the main thing is it going to still look good up on this table?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get on to
The main thing is gear goes in here. That's the main idea. But what ties it all together? The first step of the snap being that your gear stays in here.
I modeled it.
Joe's done this before.
I modeled it. I know what this thing's capable of.
There's a full breakdown on Dainjazone's OnlyFans account.
Yes. Subscribe.
And
pay $20 to watch.
In-depth review.
Yeah. Basically, you tuck in the sleeves, get it all in there. Now you have a full functioning
travel.
Yeah, travel.
Put some clothes in there.
Put some clothes in there. Actually, travel was indeed a very, very something that we heavily considered. This unit by itself is actually spec'd to fit an international carry-on.
Crazy.
So domestically, you're not going to have to worry about it.
Yeah.
And then this one, of course, can go right under your seat. So this is for like all you one-dayers. It's all you need. Overnighters. And
get flown out, DJs.
But then at the end of the week, at the end of the weekend, you put this back up. You can leave all your gear in here. You just pop this guy out. All it has is your laptop, your various essentials, and you can keep this every day. And then, nobody out there has done something like this. It's completely something new. It's really just born out of our imagination and just our desire to really drive things forward. I mean, it's just bags, but we are DJs. We're passionate, and we're doing our absolute best to contribute in our small way in our small sector.
Can we show this as well? Because I think some DJs are going to say, well, my controller would have fit in there, but check this out.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So got a little tray, so you can actually even do a variety of things. You could level up. You can put some things in there, put it in here. You could actually use it to protect things on the top. But you know how we do over here at JetPack. We are always forward thinking, always innovative. So it is actually... Okay, basically you could just lift it up and it extends.
Oh yeah.
So now the controller will fit.
Yeah. Now you said, okay, well it's only like maybe a medium-sized controller. What about my SXs? What about my SRTs? That's part 3 of the Snap Revolution. So it's going to be a taller unit.
Coming soon.
Yeah, coming soon, and it's gonna fit perfectly any controller from about this size to like an SRT. And to like an SX, similar models in that size. And it will have the same front compartment, the same exact snap bag will fit into there. So that's what we mean by that. It's like we're definitely trying to, with this whole thing. So this is just the prelude. It's part 1. This is going to be part 2. 2021 we'll have part 3. Unlike some other bag companies, they need 50 different bags to like accommodate a series of products. You're talking about just 3 products. It's going to take you anything you need up to a full-size controller.
Amazing.
So we're very proud of it. And, and we were hoping that, that people would understand what we were trying to say with the Snap. And, based on the response, it looks like they are, so we're very happy.
And great news for you guys that listen and watch us. Go to orbitconcepts.com. Yeah? I got that right?
Yep.
and you can type in MikiDz 15. That's MikiDz 15 as a discount code. You get 15% off your entire cart.
That's right, the entire purchase.
So go do that because now,
yeah,
because you're sleeping, and we're all of us are using the bag.
Yep.
And man, it just makes life so much easier.
A DJ had a funny, playful jokes type of comment saying, "Yeah, what are you gonna do? Pack the bag up and go to your living room?" It's like, look, man, we're not gonna be in this pandemic forever.
Sure.
You know, and I don't know. I honestly don't know. We don't know how long this discount's gonna last.
Look better in the living room than he is.
But yeah, no. My point is, you know, we're gonna get back to it.
Right.
You're probably gonna want something new, something lightweight. Because I used the model before this one, and this is definitely more convenient than that one, especially when you're putting it under when you're flying, you're putting it under a seat.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think what I'm really proud of is we have the entire range. We have everything from gear, your mixer, you know, a medium size, but no other DJ bag company or bag company ever wanted to go this direction. Right. It's always gear minded, bulky. And yeah, we did that because you do need to do that. Functionality is very key, but we took that risk. We just had that vision and we knew what people wanted. So thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad it's working out for you.
Yeah. And one more thing I really want to stress, no pun, is Stress and his people have, been DJing since whatever day one is to them. They've been DJing for a while. Like they're from our community. They're from us. Yeah. So and the bag speaks for itself. It's a very high quality bag. And over the years, the bags just kept getting stronger and better.
Yeah. Thank you.
And I'm saying all this because it's important for us to support our own, look out for each other and be there for the DJs in the community. And if you really believe in the product, then it should be a no-brainer for you to get a bag if you need a new bag.
Man, I appreciate that very much, man.
And as a big guy, speaking to all my big DJs out there, you look like less of a Ninja Turtle if you're wearing the slimmers. It's beneficial. Oh, belly cups. Yeah.
So, anything else?
Nothing much, man. Just thank you guys so much. I appreciate you having me here. I'm honored that you guys had me on here. I'm honored that you would be a part of the marketing. You did a great job.
Thank you for reaching out. Appreciate that.
Orbitconcepts.com. All of our social handles at jetpackbags.com. Exactly how that's spelled. And come talk to us, DJs. We're in this community. We're here for you. So come holler at us, baby.
Mike, you have something that we can all relate to?
Oh yeah, no. I mean, look. Maybe we'll start talking about some memes here and there, but there was a meme that really just touched the soul.
Corazón.
Corazón. Sound like Nori. Corazón. And Rell's lovely fiance jumped in and said she felt the same energy about this, and it was if you try to beat the time on the GPS that the GPS gives you, you're childish.
My nigga, I fell out. I was like, I do that shit every time.
Yeah. Shout out to Dazzler. Her iteration of the whole situation was that the ETA time should just be renamed to time to beat.
Yeah. That's facts though.
The funniest part was TDV. that night I had to make a drive to it was a 57-minute drive. And when I cut it down to 50, I was like, man.
Yeah.
You doing something.
That's 11%.
You doing something right there.
My Waze told me I'd be here at 8. I said, 56. 7:56. Watch.
That's the best when you can cut time and it's like a shorter distance because you really.
That's because y'all niggas driving crazy.
No, I do like an easy 90 on the highway.
An easy 90. I know. I'm out here reckless.
Okay.
Let me watch. I got my whip and it said, it'll take you 15 minutes to get to Mac Park. Get the fuck out of here. 15 minutes? Bitch. That's too goddamn long. Shit. If that's the case, I'm going back in the house.
It might take you 15 minutes.
15 minutes? What are we stopping at red lights?
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here.
Rolling stops. California rolling stops. We don't stop at stops.
That shit counts for speed bumps.
I got here in 11.
The speed limit? No.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
But that's funny. I think it's something we can all connect with.
The first time I was in the car with Joe, I was terrified. He was smashing in
Where
that
were we going? The
Pontiac.
heist?
Nah, we were going...
Camarillo.
What's the spot in Hollywood that you guys were doing the Asian theme?
Oh, Miyagi's.
Miyagi's. No. It wasn't Miyagi's. It was on Cahuenga. Was it called Double Dragon?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
He's talking
Forbidden.
about the Forbidden Dragon.
That's what it
Yeah.
was.
Jesus
We were
Christ.
We were probably late.
Sean wasn't even 21 at that time.
Yeah.
Nope.
Sneaking him in the back.
No, it was an 18 and over club. That's
It
why.
was 18,
Yeah,
that's
that's right. Yeah. Damn.
I just remember everyone say, yeah, Britney Spears used to club here. It's like, oh, shit.
Didn't that spot burn down to the ground?
It did. Someone
Yeah.
burned it down.
That was on Vine in Hollywood. That's where it was.
The owners
Okay.
going through town.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
what I said. For the
Facts. No,
insurance.
facts.
Yeah.
Insurance.
That's the Hollywood move. What you talking about?
Listen, I ain't mad at you. Get your money.
You want to upgrade your car? Go crash somebody. Anyway, enough about that.
Some that we thought would be fun to poke fun at, since there's so many of our DJ friends that are doing globalization sets and they have guests on. And someone reached out and said, hey, can you do a segment on DJs that are ungrateful and don't post their sets? And I thought it was funny because it's like, I don't understand. Why would you not want to blast this set where you have, again, 44 million subscribers, and at any given moment, 10 million subscribers might be listening or will be listening to you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just thought it was.
Before we dive into that, I gotta give flowers to the young woman who won. I think it was a set on Vinny Vibe show.
Okay.
And had extreme excitement, like she won $1 million
There it
Dope.
is. Yeah.
when she got her guest set on Globalization. Now, Joe's been on Globalization longer than all of us when you count.
We got on at the same time,
We got on at the
but then
same
you
time.
stopped.
But then I took a break.
For 3 years now. I've been
3
about
years.
Yeah.
Time flies.
Shit.
And I think it's one of those things where like anything else, like I'm only speaking for myself, but at one point I was like, I got a little comfortable. Shout out to Chris Villa, who he was like, yo, I tune into your shit.
Mm,
He goes, you sound bored.
yeah.
And I'm like, I'm gonna give you that. Like that can happen when you're doing a mix every week. And it's not easy because you want it to be something good. You don't want to take it for granted. You know, you want to be creative. You want to add cuts, but you don't want to be there doing it 20 times, you know?
Yeah.
You want it to be perfect. So it's a hard balance. But, you know, there's times where you get a little blinded by, you know, how far you've worked and how hard you come, and that this opportunity isn't for everybody.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna say they're two different animals, but two different approaches. When you're gonna be on SiriusXM, you're given the opportunity, and you don't know if you're ever gonna come back or when you're gonna come back, and you again have millions of opportunity to be heard by millions. And right now, no one's listening to us. You get 20 to 100 people on Twitch watching you, but no one's listening to you. So why wouldn't you? Not saying this person didn't go out, but why wouldn't you go out all out? And why wouldn't you promote it?
And you don't know who's listening. Like,
Yeah,
yo,
you never
Pitt
know.
listens.
Yeah.
And he
does.
he hits up Fee like, yo, this DJ's dope. Who is this? Right?
Mhm.
Like, if you were a guest DJ and you had that opportunity and you go on and you don't push it, you don't let people know, like, it's a look. It's a big look.
Yeah, and it's
Globalization-
definitely different when you're like a resident on a show. Like you like you said, Mickey was like, listen, I got a little bored. I got to do it every week. You're a guest. This is a one-time thing.
Hold on. I'm gonna shoot Mickey some bail. He also has a shoe store to run, and,
Well,
and at the time,
that's what
multiple
I'm saying.
stores.
I'm saying
so
regardless of who it is.
it probably
you know,
wasn't a priority.
I'm
for
saying
him.
you have 2 shows on there, ours,
Yeah.
and then you have
Yeah.
your one on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. There's been like times where you're like, man, all right, you know, I'm gonna just kind of just repeat stuff here or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, again, you have to do it every week, so it takes a lot of energy. But if you tell me I got one shot, this is one chance that I get to be on it. Oh, I can imagine the set was probably only 30 minutes. Like, it's just like, yo,
I really left because I was feeling that Cypher Disco Drew was going to fire me like really soon because I was constantly
Because constantly got emails.
I was like, no, I'm out.
Yo, need that list. Need that mix. Need that list.
yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, and I know I like to think our listeners, because our listeners are perfect. They do everything right. If they
You guys
got
are
the
great.
opportunity, they would promote it and blast it like Jason Craig. When he got put on, he was so excited and incredibly thankful, and did as much as he could do to promote it. We don't ask this. I mean, I guess I can only speak for myself. After every DJ mix or a guest, I don't ask them, did you get new followers? I don't like, if you tell me, cool. Audio One was like really appreciative of it. And he's like, yo, I got new followers on my IG. I got new followers on Twitch. because of what I did with you guys. And it's like, that's dope. That's like another thing to add to the resume. You never, to your point, you never know who's looking at the resume. You never know who's listening. So I hope all DJs that are guest DJs, because now there's more opportunities. There's more shows. Shout out to Rebota.
Yep.
Kaz, Live It Up. Our Miami family, DJ City Miami family, they now have a show the hour before us.
Yeah.
So it's
they're
7
o'clock.
7 o'clock Pacific Daylight Time, and we're at 8 on Tuesdays. So shout out to them. I imagine Kaz has some of the best edits and remixes and bootlegs that you'll hear on any streaming platform. So I imagine they're going to kill that shit, and I'm sure they're going to bring in fire guests if they do that. I don't even know.
Yeah, absolutely.
But while we're on this topic, shout out to Butch, who was our last DJ.
He bodied that shit.
Dope. I said this before. I don't know if I said it on the last episode, but I get so used to hearing these guys in the element of one genre, like Butch was hip hop every month for the longest. But I knew he had the bag of stepping out. Or I know he had multiple bags to choose from, or he could get to. And he did that with his mix.
JetPack bags.
All JetPack bags, by the way.
MikiDz 15.
They're all snap bags. No, but MikiDz 15, yeah. We will post that before this conversation. But no, he was, when he went up tempo, it was dope. And when he got out of hip hop, it was dope. So shout out to him. And up next we got Sophinom.
Yep.
Right? Yeah. Can
we talk about that though for a little bit? Like about how you get, for example, right? You toured with LMFAO, right? You did a lot of spots, a lot of venues that predominantly 90% of your set was probably like up-tempo house EDM type stuff, right? Doesn't mean that I can't get Dainjazone to come and do some 90s hip hop shit.
Yeah.
Because realistically, when you started DJing, that was your bag.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But because the masses and the public see you mostly in that light and that, that headline, and the same thing would go for Mickey and myself when they see us, majority of the time it's us playing in a hip hop club. Yeah. So they would never assume that we can go and rock some Vegas crowd, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
because we're doing spots in Hollywood that's predominantly hip hop and like 70 BPM type hip hop, not, you know what I'm saying? So it's always weird, or I should say weird, but unfortunate that, a lot of DJs, because that's just happens to be the bag that's paying them right now. Like that's what's paying us. That's what's paying you. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't mean that, we can't hire you. A promoter can't walk into a Vegas club and see you rocking at Marquee or whatever and being like, I want to get him at Dre's.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why wouldn't I think he would fit at Dre's?
Yeah, I think it comes down to relationships, and because if I don't know you, I don't know you can do a house set or a 90s hip hop set, right?
Don't you feel like that was kind of also like what held you back from Playhouse, like, or getting like a Playhouse gig, because you were seeing that something more amongst
other elements, or one really big
there's
element.
Other factors, but
and I knew where my strengths were, and that was traveling, doing whatever I was doing on the road. And I stayed close to my strengths, but when I was presented with the opportunity from Peso, shout out to him, he was really pushing for me.
Yeah, big ups to Peso.
I was like, I'm up for the challenge. Like, I know I can do it.
Yeah.
And I would be at Playhouse. It felt like once every 2 weeks or once a week, watching how these guys
do it.
Infusion
for
yeah.
Well, I say all that because I'm hoping that coming out of this pandemic and everything, that bookers, DJs, all club owners, venue owners, etc., start to have a little bit of an opening mind when they're starting to recruit DJs and,
Well, that's the beauty of Twitch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now you can do everything,
you can do everything,
and you can say, check out you didn't see that video? Check out that video.
But the same thing can happen on Twitch, right? So, for example, like if I'm doing a Twitch, right? So I'm trying to start to do it more often than just doing my Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you tap in on my Wednesday stream, and you hear the shit that I'm playing. It's all like, chill shit, vibe shit, or whatever. And you don't check in any other shit that I do during the week. Like my Tuesday night, Sean and I play like all trap shit or whatever for the most part. Yeah. My Sunday I did
that's a vibe.
A lot of house.
Yeah.
A lot of house shit, a lot of old school
vibe,
like
sure.
I did poolside shit. I did a lot of funk, OG shit or whatever. So if you didn't check out those 2 days, you would assume, that's what he does.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think you could still fall in that same category. So it's like, you got to check out a DJ a couple of times before you put them in a category.
Listen, when we get out of this, it's gonna come down to relationships first.
Yeah.
So probably first and foremost, make sure your relationships are good, and then a very, very close second, give them, have some live feeds or live sets of doing different things. And it's, look, man, I don't know about you. You're doing it. You're pretty good where you are, but I like to do more corporate gigs.
Yeah.
So because I know the money is bigger, better, it's organized, and money's always there, less stress, less whatever. So yeah, I know I can get to the clubs, right? So I want to present a new challenge to myself and put myself in a position to be seen and revered by corporate situations. Another, before we get out of this, I want to give you guys your flowers because again, when I go see you guys in LA, it was all hip hop sets and you guys did what you had to do and you killed it. Hearing you on Globalization, it's like, it reminds me of when we were coming up during the underground EDM days when we were really starting to expand and we were on that shit before a lot of LA DJs, club DJs, there was a lot of LA underground DJs that were making us look like kids. But nevertheless, it's fun hearing you guys do your sets because it's like, yo, look at Rell get in this bag, look at Mickey get in that bag, and it's just refreshing. So it's dope to hear everyone do different things.
Hey, MikiDz show broke a lot of songs.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
We were playing weird shit before it became normal.
And our guests were playing weird shit when we had Skeet Skeet. And he was playing Odd Future and we were like,
I just saw Skeet Skeet.
Is that, what's he up to?
So
producing?
Is
he still producing?
I don't know if he produces music anymore. I know him because we're not in the gym, but we go to the same gym in downtown LA.
Okay.
And he, I believe, has like a marketing agency.
Oh, dope.
But he is behind this. I don't know if you guys have seen like these like computer generated influencers.
Wow.
Like there's like, it's like digital art people.
Okay.
And so like this thing, like it's just I don't know, like a rendering of a person.
Influencers are gonna lose their jobs.
And then so like they upload for her and like she's like a person, like a personality.
Oh my god, that's
shit.
crazy.
And I think they've done video also. And then like, but they get a lot of traction because it's like anime shit, right?
Yeah,
it's kind of on that same kind of line. And so she gets like, dude, like corporate deals, sponsorships, brands. Yeah, so we're doing it all
Shout out to her.
Yeah.
Shout out to her. Anyway, I saw him because he was at my boy's spot, Burgers 99 on La Brea.
Gio,
one of the
still
best
gotta
burgers.
go.
Yeah, but you gotta go, bro.
I know,
you
man.
gotta go during the daily specials.
I'm not gonna lie. Full transparency. When I think about going there, I think, what did I eat this week, and what did she eat this week? She being Sam, because I want it to be a moment where we can just fucking pig out and just. But like, no, we had this and this. No, that's gonna fuck everything up.
Yeah.
And then I always want my Mondays to be fresh, so I try not to eat terrible on Sundays. Like if I'm eating terrible, let me go terrible Saturday, deal with it on Sunday, eat good on Sunday. And then,
I thought Sundays were the day for you to eat terrible, and then you know.
Maybe that's why everyone has slow Mondays.
True. That's why everybody hates Mondays. Good case of the Mondays.
But yeah, look, if you get we might do something here on MikiDz pod where we put you in a position to do a set on Globalization, maybe some sort of prize situation.
Yeah.
So keep listening, and maybe you'll get the opportunity to be there.
One day.
Sooner
than later.
Yeah. Maybe an early Christmas gift. Maybe not.
There.
Mickey, you want to get in the stock market? How you feeling? No, want to do it?
Well, look, I'll say this only because it's changed my life in the sense of I'm up every day at 6 a.m.
I love this.
Might have been
Mickey's up at 6 a.m. I don't know how big y'all understand this is.
It might have been news to y'all in our group chat when we brought it up, but like, I think last and I'm just real quick before I already know people are gonna be like 4x this and they're gonna talk shit about
Look,
whatever
man.
like any other guy.
We get it. You're an expert. All you are experts.
All you are experts. You're gonna pitch me on this. It's like
save it for your TikTok.
You stupid.
It's not a pyramid scheme, people. No, it's so. No, a good friend of mine reached out. He had some success on the stock market, and although I think the traditional move before an election is to not really fuck with it. because it is very volatile and there's a lot of movement up and down. But on the option trading side, there's a lot of movement, so that means you could get in and get out real quick. And although you get taxed a little heavier, end of the year if you have high profitabilities or whatever, I think there's still tons of movement that you're able to, and for me, it's like another way of gambling,
Sure.
but there's an ability to also have assets. So anyway, long story short, I signed up for a Discord. I signed up for a membership. And I'm in this like group with just guys that understand this shit to a level that I will never understand.
Right.
Like all those little squiggly lines, like never knew what they meant.
Yeah.
Now I do. Never understood how to read this and that, what happens when this happens, etc. These guys are literally up at 4:30 in the morning, like analyzing what's going to happen later today.
Because everything's on East Coast time, right?
East Coast time, and so then there's also news that affects how things move up and down. Elon Musk tweets something that's positive, their stock goes up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Man.
He has a terrible presentation.
Because there's no telling what he's going to say. There's no telling what Kanye's going to say. There's no telling what...
Yeah, and so I got to give props to my little brother. He's like going heavy.
Andy's on.
I won't talk about that, but he's in it heavy. And he and I have, created basically challenges for each other financially to push each other. With different streams of income, and this became one of them where my goal is just, by 11 a.m. I want to be able to basically, it's like I played a DJ gig, at my full rate plus, and be done at 11 a.m. and I got the rest of my day, which typically Monday through Friday always includes a workout, and then my focus on the store, and then my focus on whatever specific thing I have. Thursdays I'm with y'all, so it's like that's just kind of what it's built for me. And so I think it's just one of those things where like we were going to bring it up mostly because there's opportunities everywhere. Yeah. And I think sometimes we don't know them, and we haven't always been taught them by, either whether it be our upbringing or the people around us. And so I think once you expose yourself to more, my parents never really messed with the stock market. I think my dad did it one time, but he lost money and then took it out, versus if he would have left it back in the 90s, whatever the stock was, he has probably worth 500,000% more now today.
Jeez.
Because it's so early on.
Yeah.
And so I think there's things like that all the time happening, and I'm happy to say that like I took it to the face when I first started, because I didn't have any guidance, I didn't have any mentors. I thought I could go off gut, but that's just like the blind leading the blind, and it's just not a good way to look at things. And then now with the mentorship, discovering who I am as a trader, same as like discovering who I am as a DJ, discovering yourself as a leader, right? All those different things that are important. I think now I found my footing, and it's been fun, man. It's a fun thing to do.
Shot of dopamine.
I mean, look,
it's a drug.
When you're on a streak and you're like, damn, I just like made more bread than I've ever made DJing every weekend, in a week, 2 weeks, like that changes your perspective on where am I spending my time on. And so just try to learn it. That doesn't mean I won't lose it tomorrow, lose it all tomorrow. That's part of the process.
And you about to, because Donald Trump just tweeted that him and Melania got COVID-19.
No way.
You serious?
It's a 2-piece.
Are you serious?
China 2
Breaking news.
Wow,
breaking news.
This is from CNN as well, so yeah.
I'll check the Fox.
I see it. I just got it in a group chat.
Yeah, your stock is fucked up.
Yeah, someone just said, luckily for Trump, he never had a sense of taste anyways.
Oh my God. Keep reading the memes.
Here we go.
Yo, they was talking about he got tracks too, so he definitely a bad bitch. I was like, come on, y'all. Y'all gotta chill. Gotta stop.
Man. Man. All right, we gotta finish the pod.
Yeah, we gotta get out. I got some booze.
Shout out to Marco. Please don't be a pump fake. Please don't be a pump fake. Oh my God. Shout out to Marco Penta. He's a funny dude.
This is fucking hilarious.
How's my 2020 going? I just unwrapped a snack size Starburst and got 2 yellows. Shout out to Air in the Air. That's a whole different thing. Sounds like. All right.
Well.
Twitch with Rell. Yeah, and strong.
Man.
Do the girl, everything's girl. Do the first one.
Oh yeah. So yeah, we got obviously, like I said, we've been picking up some we've been streaming some more days outside of our Wednesday vibes or whatever. And we had a couple more people come in, some cool ass, funny ass people. Shout out to my homegirl Asha from Inglewood. She is.
What did she say when I jumped in at the right? I was listening at the right time. She said Venmo the same.
Yo, she said.
I was like, whoa, that's a fucking bar.
Yo, she said, so she'd be like, listen, I was explaining like the question portion of the evening. I said, we like to get to know our people in the chat room, and she goes, listen, my name is Asha. My sign is Venmo. My rising is PayPal. And my son is, what she say? My
Cash
son
App?
is like Cash App or some shit like that.
God.
Yo, everybody fell out. Like it was crazy.
God,
Yo.
it's gonna be that kind of night.
Shout out to Asha, man. Yo, Asha, she's a huge dancer, choreographer. She works with all the major artists out there and stuff like that. She's dope. She's cool people. I actually met her through my fiance because my fiance is a dancer. So her and another girl that's in there are mad cool. Anyways, so we were just talking about a lot of toxic shit, a lot of toxicity, and talk about toxic people and what's the definition of toxic or whatever. So I asked the question. Yeah, you put in that Joe when you said toxic.
What?
Toxic.
So we asked the question because we were asking questions about money and looks and all that shit. Sorry guys, we're being superficial. We're guys, comedy style.
Jokes.
Right,
Jokes.
exactly.
Let us get these jokes off.
So basically, long story short, long story less long. The question was,
Long story longer.
Right? The question was, if you could pick someone that you find unattractive, and when I say someone, I'm talking about model, celebrity,
typically an attractive person that you just don't find attractive.
Someone that would be, that's in the limelight that you would assume it would be attractive, but you don't personally find them attractive. Not saying that they're ugly.
Sure.
But you personally don't find them attractive.
Yep.
But came over to you, they had the right finance situation and was like they wanted to date you. Who would you consider dating or being in a relationship with?
This is the most fucked up question.
I'm saying, because we were talking about how money talks, and people were like, yo,
who'd you pick?
What's you call it? Oprah?
That's a big bag.
That's a big bag right there.
We're going for the bag. We're going for the top bag.
My man ain't playing.
Yeah.
Let me get on the jet to the bag.
But that's what they were saying. It's more like somebody who is generally attractive, but yeah. I don't know. I mean,
that's an oxymoron.
Oprah. I love you, Oprah. But
I'm not saying you ugly.
Yeah, but I was just saying someone that you wouldn't like if they didn't have that stardom, right, and they didn't have that money, you wouldn't even look sideways.
Like some guys might say, I just don't find Beyonce attractive.
Yeah, exactly.
They're
for me
stupid.
personally,
they're stupid, but they might say that.
Yeah,
but again, personally for me, I always said I think Kelly Rowland is more attractive than Beyonce.
Okay,
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But now I'm not saying Beyonce is.
Of course
not attractive. I'm just saying I always felt Kelly was more attractive than Beyonce. Anyways.
We don't want the Bay
you
I picked Tyra Banks.
Oh, Tyra Banks.
Yeah, I do not find Tyra.
What about Tyra Banks' Sports Illustrated days?
I can't look past her forehead, bro.
Okay.
And you know what? And now peep this. Peep this.
All of it.
My sister knows her personally. So I've met her numerous times. Right, so it wasn't just about me seeing her on the magazines and seeing her on TV. Like I've seen this woman in person, all dolled up and not dolled up.
Yeah,
I'm good. I'm good. Now I get it. A lot of people are like, "Yo, you're crazy. She's bad."
But if she got the bag,
she got the bag, we know she got the bag. And then she came over to me and said, "Listen, I want to get things popping. Come on, let's go."
Yeah,
I ride in the Phantom.
I'm with that.
I'm riding in the Phantom.
Sean, who you got?
Man, I thought this is what I thought Rell was gonna say, but I'm gonna go a little newer, do a fresher, somebody that's in our face a lot. Danny Lay.
Okay.
You know what? Danny Lay's bag is not there yet for me though.
You're right, but
and that's the only reason why I say that.
Investing though, you're investing.
Yeah, hypothetically, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
She gets her record with Drake and it goes crazy. She the hottest thing booming. You know, she's in Megan's spot.
True. Yeah, I personally don't find Danny Lay attractive.
Yeah, she's a cute girl, but she don't
she
necessarily
don't
do it for me.
Figure yours out.
I'm trying to think of somebody. I can't agree with you.
Okay,
Dang,
for me,
she shops with us.
What's the Shake It Off girl?
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Well, okay.
But she
Yeah,
ain't got her masters, so she ain't got no.
Doesn't matter. She every year she's like top 1, 2, or 3 in artists that made the most money.
I seen her crib.
Her touring, her commercials, crazy.
I seen her crib in Connecticut.
Yeah.
Woo.
Okay.
Yeah,
You gotta take a
Taylor
helicopter to get to that bitch.
He's sick.
Yeah.
Michael. I mean, the Oprah one was good.
Oh,
yeah.
The Oprah one was good.
I mean, that's if I'm going for the bag, right? I guess trying to relate to your question the best, I would go for. Damn, who's like overrated? I don't know. I'm thinking like Katy Perry.
Yeah.
She don't do it for you, huh?
No.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I'm gonna give y'all another one.
You waiting on this?
No. And I just thought about this because my brother-in-law like has worked with her a couple of times, and I was just like, yo, what's? I don't understand the fuss about her. Old girl from the movie Honey, Jessica.
The white girl?
Jessica
Alba.
Alba.
Oh.
She bad.
She's beautiful.
What was that show that was on Fox?
I think she's beautiful.
She don't do it for me.
That show that was on Fox. It was like her first role.
Yeah.
And she was like a secret agent or some shit.
Yeah, I forgot her history because I think that's when we were kids,
Yeah.
right? Like she's been around for a while.
Yeah, she's been around for a minute.
She don't do it for me.
I think she's gorgeous.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I think she's pretty.
But
Yeah,
she came over. She was like, "Listen, you can come and have all the riches and okay,
All the
she's
riches.
beautiful now."
And you have to leave all your friends. You're out. You're out. You're out.
Sorry,
Where we going?
guys.
Where we going first?
Can I drop the Phantom?
Can I sit in the passenger seat? Oh, you can't even ask to drive.
Right.
Let me just sit in the passenger seat.
I want to take the picture. I want to take the selfie.
I want to take this selfie.
Oh man. Okay.
All
Listen.
right, well,
Sorry guys for being superficial, but this is what guys do in their spare time.
5
It
minutes.
really is. But it's all love. It's all jokes. We're out of here. We told you the globalization. What's next?
Yep.
And shout out to DJ Stress, aka Will,
Yep.
for coming through, showing us the bag, showing you guys
Yes,
a bag,
sir.
and
Literally the back.
go out and get you one. Shit's opening up. About to be bonkers, and you're gonna need something light to carry that laptop. Or
Yeah, that
whatever you
backpack is fire.
use. Yeah. All right, we out of here.
Peace.
MikiDz 15.
MikiDz 15 promo code.
Orbitconcepts.com.
Orbitconcepts.com.